Shalom. First and foremost, above all things, I want to give all praises and all honor and glory that's definitely due to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem B'Kah Kradash. I want to give a special double honors to our elders and apostles on down at Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And peace and salutations to the elect. May the blessing of election be upon your household, on you sincere brothers and you sisters out there that listen and take heed to the true doctrine of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai spoken by his servants, the prophets. To you, I want to say Shalom. Back again with another video, and Lord willing, I hope and pray that this was edifying. So, I did a video earlier and where Spirit prompted me to do it about this Jake. Him, and I believe it was his wife. And he's got this crown on, and he calls himself teaching the scriptures, what have you, but at the same time he's going off because he's allowing his woman to speak as well. So a true man of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is not going to let his woman speak. It's just not what this thing is about. The preaching work is for the men. The Lord has designated certain responsibilities to the men as well as the women. The women are supposed to take care of the house and raise the kids. And the man, the preaching work goes to the man, a man of understanding, a man of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. But anyway, I also wanted to go into another topic that I realized that this guy was doing. He was saying something about feeding the homeless or the hungry or what have you, And he was saying, Lord willing, they'll go out here on this particular day and they're gonna, feed the homeless or feed the hungry, And there's nothing in the scriptures that tells you that, you're supposed to feed them, Now, of course, in scriptures it does say feed the sheep. But when they're talking about feeding the sheep, it's talking about feeding the sheep with the knowledge. And those who get that understanding of it, those are the ones that can receive it. Those are the ones that Yahweh Shai wants to, that Yahweh Shai is gonna is supping with, John chapter 21 and 17, he said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he had said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahweh said unto him, feed my sheep. And when he said feed my sheep, he means feed them with this knowledge, this truth and knowledge, man. That's what it's about. Feeding them with this truth and knowledge. Not literally feed him, Jake. But you probably got some Jakes out there that actually feel like, because they're very cardinal. See, this thing is a spiritual thing. And a lot of Jakes think that they're supposed to go out and feed the hungry, the homeless, all that kind of matter, you know. No, we're supposed to give out the word, man. There's no scripture that you can come up with that says that, you know, that you feed the hungry, you know, that the prophets should feed the hungry, you know. Um, John 6:35, and Yahushua said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst. Yeah. So, you know, the bread of life is Yahweh Bashem outside. We know that, I believe it's in John 1:1 where it says that Yahweh is the word. And this is that spiritual bread, you know, not no literal bread, you know. And so when you have this knowledge, you shall never hunger, because you know why? Because you know the truth. And see, a lot of these jakes out here who call themselves preachers or prophets, what have you, they don't have this bread of life. They don't know that. They don't have the true knowledge. There may be some things that they may grasp, they may understand. You know, like, you know, you think of some of these Israelite camps. They can tell you that you're the Israelites. You know, they can show you through the scriptures and everything. But they go off on a lot of stuff. In particular, what's talked about in Revelation chapter 13 and 16, which is among other things, but this was a big primary one that you know, that they never talk about, you know. They never give well, I say it like this, they never give the clarity, nor do they tell the truth. You know, you got some sitting up talking about the MOTBs, about an embargo, sleeping with white women, you know, what is a crawfish boil or what have you. I don't, you know, this all a seafood boil, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But they'll give you everything but the truth, which clearly they're not true men of the Yahweh Bashem outside, because they have taken the filthy lucre, or they're just that stupid, you know. Which I'm kind of leaning on that they're just a lot of them have taken that bribe, man. You know, they've taken the filthy lucre. They have forsaken the holy message of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and at the end of the day, they're going to be dealt with for not telling the truth, man. But at the end of the day, going back into John 6:35, this is a spiritual bread, which is this message, this knowledge, this understanding, the understanding of why we're going through the things that we're going through. You know, and that's the thing about Jake. He can't tell you that. He all, you know, he all over the place. So we have that understanding. That's a blessing because, again, not all Jake had that, man. This is something else I want to go to. Let's see. But yeah, I think the point is made. You know, at the end of the day, man, we're not obligated to go out and feed the hungry. You know, we're here to you know, to preach this word. You know, hold on, let me see if I can grab something else. Might be another one that I'm missing, that I need to bring out. Here it is. I want to back up these other previous scriptures here. Luke chapter 14, verse 23. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. Yeah, so this is the order of Yahawashi. And we come into the same, we come in that like spirit. We go out on the highways and the hedges and we speak this truth and knowledge, man. We don't go out there with food talking about, hey, we're here to feed the hungry and the homeless. No, we're preaching this knowledge of the scriptures, the true knowledge of the scriptures, man. You know, this is what Yahawashi told us. If you love me, feed my sheep. Also, the Lord said, go out into the highways and the hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. Yeah. And only those who are the elect are going to be compelled to come in. And once you come in, you're going to be compelled to do the work. There are going to be times when, and we talked about this last night at GMS Dallas, Great Millstone Dallas, where we were talking about this. There are times when, you know, you don't even feel like doing a lesson, or sometimes you may not feel like going out on the highways and the hedges. You be so tired, you know, being around amongst these heathens, you know, whether it be Esau or the you know, heathen Jakes, or these other heathens from other nations. You know, you just be mentally exhausted. But Yahweh Shai compels you. He puts a special spirit on you to come on out anyway. And then once you get out there, it's like, you know, it's like you feel like a whole totally different man. Thankful that you got out there. Thankful that you're amongst other men of like-mindedness, you know, to swing a spiritual sword with, you know. So it's the spirit that keeps us going, man, you know. And so, you know, with that being said, man, I hope the point was made. And so I'm gonna, you know, shut it down, and once again, I want to give all praises and all honor and glory that's definitely due to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi Ba'Shem Rakak Radash for putting the spirit on me to do this video. And until the next time, Lord willing, I'll say Shalom.